people have no idea about City Hall compared to school district, compared to county government, compared to state government, compared to federal government, not understanding the role that politicians play when it comes to public policy, when it comes to how limited they are compared to what corporations can do, and all of that. So I've just long believed that there has to be a massive amount of education taking place in this country, and there should be civic classes, lessons, stuff happening every single week so people know and understand. And you can't just do it, a month before the primaries in March in Texas or 2 months out. This is what has to be happening for a whole year to position people for the next election.
Right. The Republicans and the Trumplicans have really benefited greatly on what is the dumbing down of America, where a lot of us don't know what's happening and how our government runs and why certain issues are important and why we can't afford to buy eggs at the grocery store. How did we get here? And so it would benefit us as a whole if people became more educated about what's happening. We need more yous. We need more Rolands and people always just giving information, not just right before an election, but now. I do believe also that the average everyday person wants to learn. I believe that's why we're seeing an uptick in people of all ages, socioeconomic levels, races, and religions really pouring into independent media, looking on social media because they want to learn. And so the onus is on all of us to teach as many people as we can. If it's just, meeting at libraries or making videos, because they have to be educated so they can have a vote that helps us all in the end. Trump and them have made it off of just slogans and anger. They just really tell you who to hate. They don't tell you why we got in that situation. And they certainly don't give us how we're going to get out of the situation. Whereas we have an opportunity right now to teach people how we got where we are and how we get out of where we are, how this whole system works. And I think that education will absolutely work to our benefit. So all of us need to become involved. All of us that feel as if we have an understanding of the government and how it works, it means we start having conversations, whether it be at the dinner table or in churches or over dinner with friends. These conversations that we used to have, I believe, back in the day about relevant matters need to start back up again. So everyone feels informed and as if they're a part of this situation.
And look, I think organizations have to do that as well, Jolanda. I mean, again, when you have organized entities, organizations have to be educating its members, but then saying, okay, now I need y'all to go do the exact same thing. The onus just simply can't be on a politician or a party.
I agree with you.
Hold on one second. Yeah. The onus can't be on a politician or a party because, then that becomes politics. I tell people, I've never self-identified as a Democrat or Republican. So when I'm talking about issues, I'm talking about what matters to me, what matters to black people. That's not party, that's issues. And so a lot of people, the moment you introduce politics, oh my God, I don't want to hear it. But we have to explain to them that the issues you care about, politics plays a significant role, and we have to show people how those two things work.
But we've got, so first of all, let me say this, let me brag on myself just a little bit. I actually passed a local civics and school bill in Texas, Roland, to actually teach what each governmental body does, right? School board, MUDs, TERSs, you understand that. Now, Republicans control here, so we'll see what they put in the textbook. But I also say, Roland, that you've got to break through the inertia of people struggling, right? You working overtime, you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay daycare, you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay your rent, your car note. Are you going to be paying attention to what's going on? Which is why I think, because so many people receive their information in their hands, we're going to have to do more of these town halls with different social media and YouTube or what have you, so that people can watch And we need to just do that because it's just very, very difficult. A lot of people think that, there are people who are apathetic, right? Like, I'm sick of politics. I don't believe it works for me. What has it done for me? I'm not going to vote. But some people are just struggling. And we're going to have to get to them, and we're going to have to speak to their issues just like we've all said, because people need to know that there is a solution if you pay attention. And that's what, again, like, for example, I have a town hall talking about, what bills do you want me to file? Like, what's important to you? You got to show up, tell me what bills you want, and you got to talk me through it, let me know your problems, and then figure out which bills I'm going to adopt to file, try to ferret through the system. And we need to have more town halls like that invite the people that are struggling to share their ideas, because believe me, we as elected officials don't have all the answers. A lot of times, if we just listen to our constituents, we can figure out how to solve a problem, because they actually can tell us things that we need to know in order to solve the problem.
Absolutely. And look, this is something that we have to recognize. And I'm telling you, when people that recognize everything that happens in our society, everything, politics has a role in it. Every single thing. Housing, there's a political component to housing. Food prices, we see with tariffs, a political component. We can go on and on and on. So we can't have people who are checking out of a political process. We need people checking in.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase, and I'm here with a very important message. We are at a turning point in the Black community where we must have equity in the apps we use that scale to billions of dollars. But this time, we own the infrastructure, we own the culture, and we shape the future. And Fanbase is the future. Fanbase combines the free functionality of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube into an all-in-one platform built for the evolution of social media and monetization. With over 1.4 million users, that's real proof that we are shifting the conversation of tech ownership and equity for creators. So right now, I want you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. The minimum to invest is $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. This marks a turning point in Black ownership of social media. If we don't take this opportunity to own social media right now, we will always be customers to our own creations. And that can't go on. So once again, go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. We must own the platforms where our voices live, our stories matter, and where our culture drives the world. Thank you.